So when I first heard about Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, I was genuinely excited about this game. I mean, it's from Rocksteady, who brought us like some of the best Batman games ever. You know, the Arkham series, and I absolutely loved a lot of those games. I never fully beat all of them, so I think I might do a whole playthrough of just the whole Arkham series. So if you guys would like to see that, let me know in the comments. But you know, coming from Rocksteady, I was genuinely excited. I said, "Oh snap! Okay, we're gonna get the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. This is in the Arkham Verse or the Arkham universe." So I was like, okay, this is gonna tie into it. So again, pretty excited. You know, I was a little disappointed with Gotham Knights when it came out. It was only kind of fun when I was playing with friends, but outside of that, like, I don't think it was the best. You know, I think they really dropped the ball of it with Gotham Knights, but I was excited. You know, I love the Suicide Squad. You know, the movie from James Gunn was great. You know, they had an anime series coming up, so I was kind of like, okay, I was feeling the whole Suicide Squad vibes to this, but then I started to hear a lot of really bad reviews and a lot of people really hating on it because it was going to be a live service game. And I mean, I feel like it's hard recently. I think besides like Helldivers 2, which I mean, they're already in a big decline, but like live service games are hard to keep up with. So I was a little skeptical myself too. So I decided to wait on the game, and today I decided to do a trial that they have on with PlayStation Plus. 3-hour trial. So I was like, you know what? Interested about it. You know, we did a whole. I was playing all kind of Marvel stuff, so I was like, why not? Why not give it a try? And so this is my thoughts so far on the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League game.
I could be your way out. A chance to do some good. And if...
Hey, Harley Quinn, Arkham Gazette. Just a quick question. What's with the frickin' shark?
I love the dynamic of this. Yeah, exactly. Bro, this would have been a solid just single player story, but they had, I don't know. The live service, I think, is what killed it for this. Look at that. That's definitely the Suicide Squad. I love it. So that intro for me was really, really good. Like, I really enjoyed that. I thought that voice acting was just amazing. This, the graphics for those cinematic moments in the game were great. I think it transitions from cinematic to gameplay really nicely too. And I guess the dynamic of the characters, and all that it's really the Suicide Squad. And so like that part of it, like I'm not gonna lie, I've been really enjoying it. And just their whole interaction throughout the whole time I was playing has been so great. Like again, voice acting and the graphics of the characters and the cinematic, like all that stuff it's great. I absolutely love it. I mean, the more we go through and see the world too, with Brainiac and everything, again, big fan. I was really enjoying that aspect of it so much. Oh damn! What is that? How big is that?
Just checking. We're all seeing that thing, right? Cool.
This has one-way ticket written all over it.
Voila! 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 Oh, right. Oi, Walla, what the hell have you sent us into? It's a bloody war zone out here. There's a giant skull in the sky.
Congratulations, Task Force X. You're the first assets to make it into Metropolis alive. We're sending a signal transponder to your location. Your orders are to activate that transponder. Waller out.
Give me one reason why we should go out into that shit show.
The bombs, dumbass.
Morbid curiosity.
Ah,
Waller is not offering us a choice.
I'm ready to jump off the roof now.
All right, let's get it. Freaking Brainiac, bro. Holy shit. And once we get into some gameplay, like, the gameplay is very, very fast paced. I mean, you're just swinging and whipping around everything. Each character, of course, has their own abilities and the way to move around the map. The way you move around Metropolis, which is interesting. And don't get me wrong, like, they all have some really great traversal things. I think my favorite one is Boomerang out of everybody. I think because he has a whole Speed Force thing, which is like super cool. I think I was vibing more with him and Harley Quinn than Deadshot and King Shark. So like I said, the traversal super fast pace. Like, I kind of see what they were trying to do with it, but I mean, once you really get into the world though, without the story, and you're just kind of like doing little side quests and killing little characters off, it can get a little like bland. But when you're going through it and going through the story wise, like, I'm not gonna lie, I was enjoying it a lot. I was really having fun with it. And then we finally get to the point where we see some of the Justice League who have been controlled by Brainiac. And I don't know, I like that, and I feel like it really makes like the Suicide Squad more of the underdogs now, because I mean, if you know DC, like, these are like regular villains that the Justice League has always beat, and now it's the Suicide Squad's job to take down these superheroes, which is, like I said, I like the take. I thought it was interesting, and just seeing Green Lantern take us around and showcasing like what's Brainiac doing, pretty much controlled by it. And again, the cinematics through all this, beautiful. I mean, I'm loving everything. It was great. I like the introduction to it, and I like that even though like when we get introduced to Flash right now, like, Flash is not brainwashed yet by Brainiac, but they're still like picking on him, and they still hate him. I mean, they're still villains at the end of the day, which is great. I mean, they're not really. I don't think they're like anti-heroes, but it's just hilarious the way Boomerang was still like trying to like still being a dick to Flash, while it's like, bro, like, he's not taking control by Brainiac, and you might need him alive, and they totally mess it up. And I think one of the craziest ones, and I read that there was a little bit of controversy behind this one, is when we finally encounter Batman. Now, Batman already is terrifying enough. Now, imagine Batman controlled by Brainiac. Like, it threw me off guard how he just, when he took out that guy, beat the shit out of him and killed him. And we're in this little area where we have to try to survive, and Batman is just taking us out one by one. It was terrifying. It was absolutely terrifying. If Batman was ever a villain, oh yeah, it's done. It's done for. And I think they really portrayed that here. It was really insane. I really like that. And the fact that, again, one of the biggest parts, I feel like there was a lot of controversy with this Batman part, is when he picked up that gun and shot at Harley Quinn, like, ready just to kill her. It's like, wait, Batman doesn't use guns, but again, he's being controlled by Brainiac. So I understood, but I think I saw that a lot of people really hated that aspect of it. And again, Batman here is voiced by Kevin Conroy, who, rest in peace to the GOAT. He was, the voice of Batman, and this is one of his final pieces of work with the Suicide Squad to kill the Justice League, which is one of the other main reasons why I really wanted to play this, just, because of him, and, and hearing his voice as Batman was just great. I loved it. And again, that scene here, to me, was terrifying, and I really, really enjoyed it. And once we finally encountered Wonder Woman, that was really, really cool. I think she's really badass in the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League game. And she's trying to fight the good fight and try to get everybody back. But Amanda Waller is pretty much saying that the Justice League have to die. And so we finally get the main reason of this game, which is, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. And their primary objective now is to kill the Justice League, which the way they're saying is like this, they start laughing. It's hilarious. Then we get their whole costume suit ups. They finally got their original, suits and stuff when we head out in the world. And I mean, like I said, I was having a lot of fun with the story and the characters and everything. I love it. There's some really great moments when we get to Penguin and they recruit him and they start joking around. He just keeps getting just like, tased and tased. I thought that was hilarious. Like I said, great moments. Again, I think out of everybody, I've been vibing more with Boomerang's traversal. Again, I feel like it's just I feel like the Metropolis world is a little bare outside of the story. We're just going around, you kill the same type of enemies, rinse and repeat. So I can see how this can get pretty old. I mean, it just repeat the same things, and outside of the story missions, I can see how this game can get very repetitive, very old, and and everything. But so far, I mean, I've been enjoying Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Everything's been pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. Seeing Lex Luthor as well was cool. You know, he's in that giant armored suit, which is great. And then finally seeing Ivy. This is where I kind of ended off. We see Ivy was cloned and turned into a little girl. And that's kind of where my trial ended when we finally encountered Ivy. So from what I've played in the past 3 hours of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, you know, I can see why a lot of people weren't the biggest fan of this. I mean, from Rocksteady making these incredible single-player Batman games that were just great. I mean, if you look at the Arkham Knight, like the world there was just full. I mean, it was beautiful. I mean, of course, Gotham Knights was nothing like that. But when you look at the world in Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, I mean, it's not too crazy, and it's crazy how almost like a 10-year-old plus game can look have a little bit more going on than most, you know, AAA titles right now. Don't get me wrong, like the cinematics and like the way the characters look and everything is amazing. I mean, it's beautiful. But I mean, to make if it was gonna be a live service game, I feel like there had to be a little bit more to go. I feel like if Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League was just a straight out single player game with like available co-op for you to play with friends and stuff, I think it would have done a lot better than a live service game. And I read that, you know, they also, I haven't played this, but they added the Joker, and a lot of people weren't too happy with his design. And then we got Mrs. Freeze added to the game as well, which everybody was like, what the heck? You know, you can already see people, you know, freaking out about, you know, Mrs. Freeze being added in a whole, like, multi-dimensional thing now that they're getting into for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. So I believe I read that they have a couple, like maybe another season or so that they have to go through. But outside of that, not sure how well Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League is going to do. I think I'm still going to play through the full game. I'm going to wait till it's on sale and buy the game, and I'll be playing and giving you my full thoughts on the full game once I finish. But again, so far, I'm enjoying it. I like it. I'm having fun with it. I think, again, story, character-wise, you know, I think it's great. I don't think it's worth the $60, $70 that it's going for right now. And kind of disappointing that this is coming from Rocksteady. I feel like this could have had way more potential to be something just crazy good. And I feel like they fumbled. I feel like they really fumbled, but that doesn't take away that it's still a fun. I mean, for me right now, it's still been fun, entertaining. I'm loving it, and I'm probably going to play it once it's on sale. So let me know your thoughts, guys, on Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. And hopefully see you guys soon with some more Suicide Squad or some more DC content.